Hello, dear friends, and welcome to Dream Room. Have you ever stepped into your backyard, balcony, patio, or small garden, hoping for a quiet moment, only to realize that a neighbor's window, a nearby walkway, or an open fence leaves you feeling completely exposed? For many of us, especially those living in a smaller home, a rental, a narrow backyard, or an apartment with limited outdoor space, privacy can feel like a luxury. And perhaps you are exactly the kind of person who saves old baskets, keeps useful jars, reuses wooden crates, and prefers natural textures over heavy construction. You may enjoy decorating your bedroom, refreshing a bathroom corner, organizing a home office, or turning a simple patio into a peaceful retreat. But you also want every project to be affordable, practical, and easy enough to complete without complicated tools. The good news is that privacy does not always require an expensive fence. In fact, some of the smartest solutions can be created with bamboo stakes, fabric, planters, trellis panels, reclaimed wood, and a few simple Dollar Tree finds. The real secret is not blocking your entire property. It is learning how to cover the one sightline that makes your space feel uncomfortable. Today, I will show you 8 creative privacy ideas that can help a small space feel calmer, warmer, and more personal without making it dark, crowded, or difficult to maintain. Some can be moved, some can grow, and some can completely transform an unattractive corner. Before we begin, subscribe to Dream Room and join us for more gentle, practical ideas for creating a beautiful home and garden with simple materials, thoughtful design, and a realistic budget. 1. Map the sightline before spending a dollar. Before buying bamboo, fabric, planters, or trellis panels, begin with the step most people skip. Discover exactly where privacy is missing. A small yard can feel exposed, even when only one narrow angle allows a neighbor, pedestrian, or upstairs window to look directly into your favorite sitting area. Take a chair and sit where you normally drink coffee, read, garden, or enjoy dinner. Then look toward the street, the neighboring property, and any nearby windows. Repeat this test from your bedroom, bathroom, home office desk, balcony chair, or patio table. You may be surprised to learn that you do not need to cover the entire boundary. Often, a screen only 3 or 4 feet wide can interrupt the uncomfortable view. Use simple items you already have to mark the problem area. Tie string between 2 stakes, hang an old sheet with clothespins, or place 2 empty planters where the future screen might stand. Sit down again and check whether the temporary barrier works. Move it a few inches until the view is blocked without making the space feel dark or crowded. This is especially useful for anyone with a narrow backyard, a rental home, a small balcony, or limited strength for heavy building projects. Instead of creating one long, difficult fence, you can build lightweight sections that are easier to carry, repair, and reposition. Also notice the direction of sunlight and wind. A screen placed carelessly may shade your herbs, block a pleasant breeze, or become unstable during a storm. Good privacy design should make your space feel protected, not enclosed. Once you identify the exact sightline, every dollar and every material will have a clear purpose. Now we can create our first real screen using 2 planters, simple bamboo stakes, and a surprisingly attractive design. 2. The movable planter and bamboo screen. Now that you know exactly which sightline needs to be blocked, the first practical solution is a movable planter and bamboo screen. This idea is especially useful for a small patio, balcony, narrow backyard, or rental home where you may not be allowed to install permanent fencing. Begin with 2 wide, stable planters placed several feet apart. Add a layer of gravel or clean stones to the bottom of each planter to create weight. This step is important because a tall privacy screen must remain steady when the wind begins to move through the yard. Next, insert several long bamboo stakes into each planter. Connect the stakes with horizontal bamboo pieces or wooden dowels to create a simple rectangular frame. Use outdoor zip ties to hold the structure together, then cover the center with bundled bamboo stakes, woven reed placemats, or narrow natural panels. Do not press every piece tightly together. Leaving small spaces between the bamboo allows fresh air to move through while still interrupting the direct view from a neighboring window or walkway. This also prevents a small outdoor area from feeling dark and enclosed. At the base, add trailing plants, herbs, or small flowers so the planters become part of the decoration. The greenery softens the straight lines of the screen and helps the entire project look more like an intentional garden feature than a temporary barrier. This design is easier to manage than a long bamboo fence because each planter can be moved separately. You can place it beside an outdoor chair, behind a dining table, near a home office window, or around a quiet reading corner. Choose wide containers. Avoid using lightweight foam as the only filler, and move the screen to a protected location during severe weather. With 2 planters and simple bamboo, you can create privacy that feels natural, flexible, and beautifully suited to a small space. Way 3. The soft outdoor curtain corner. The next idea changes the feeling of a space almost immediately. Instead of building a solid barrier, you can create a soft outdoor curtain corner that adds privacy while still allowing light and fresh air to pass through. This works especially well on a covered patio, small balcony, pergola, or narrow seating area. Begin by choosing 2 secure support points. You may use an existing beam, 2 sturdy posts, shepherd's hooks, or a simple rope line stretched between stable supports. In a rental home, a tension rod may be the easiest option because it requires no drilling. Attach weather-resistant fabric, shower curtain panels, drop cloth sections, or tightly woven material with large removable clips. Let the panels hang with a slight overlap. 2 offset layers usually provide better privacy than 1 heavy curtain because they interrupt direct sight lines without making the area feel closed or stuffy. For a small space, choose gentle colors such as warm beige, soft green, faded blue, or light gray. These shades blend naturally with plants, wood, baskets, and simple outdoor furniture while helping the area appear calm and open. During the day, pull the curtains back with jute cord, old curtain ties, or braided fabric strips. In the evening, release them to create a more sheltered place for reading, dining, or relaxing. Large clips are particularly helpful for anyone who prefers not to sew or struggles with small fasteners. Remember that lightweight curtains should be taken down before strong wind or severe weather. After rain, allow damp fabric to dry completely before folding or storing it. With very little construction, this simple curtain system can turn an exposed patio corner into a gentle outdoor room that feels comfortable, private, and thoughtfully decorated. SAW, woven placemat privacy panels for balconies and railings. For viewers living in an apartment, rental home, or compact townhouse, the next idea offers privacy without drilling holes or building a permanent wall. Woven placemats, reed mats, or natural-look shelf liners can be connected to create lightweight privacy panels that fit neatly along a balcony or patio railing. Begin by placing several woven mats side by side. Join them with jute cord or outdoor zip ties, securing the corners and center points so the panel holds its shape. Stagger the joints slightly rather than arranging every seam in one straight line. This simple detail creates a more natural woven pattern and makes the finished screen look carefully designed. Once the mats are connected, attach the panel to an existing railing, wire frame, old baby gate, or lightweight wooden support. Keep a few small openings near the top or along the sides. These gaps allow wind to pass through and prevent the screen from behaving like a large sail during breezy weather. The warm texture works beautifully with wooden furniture, baskets, clay pots, and green plants. To complete the look, add 1 small hanging basket, a faux fern, a solar lantern, or a lightweight seasonal wreath. Avoid adding too many decorations, because repeating one natural material is what gives this inexpensive project a calm and coordinated appearance. This method can also be adapted indoors. A woven panel may conceal an open storage shelf, divide a home office corner, or soften the view between a bedroom and a doorway. It is especially useful for anyone who prefers simple materials and projects that can be removed, folded, or rearranged without damaging the home. With a few connected mats, an exposed railing becomes a warmer, more private boundary that still feels light, natural, and appropriate for a small space. 5. The stacked trellis living wall. The next privacy solution begins as a simple frame and becomes fuller every week. A stacked trellis living wall is ideal for anyone who wants a natural screen without filling a small patio, balcony, or narrow garden with heavy materials. Start with inexpensive garden edging or decorative trellis panels. Connect the panels vertically with outdoor zip ties so they form one taller structure. Support the finished frame with bamboo poles, wooden stakes, or a stable planter base. Check that every connection is secure before adding plants, because the trellis must carry more weight as the vines grow. At the base, choose climbing plants that suit your space and climate. Climbing beans provide both greenery and something useful for the kitchen. Black-eyed Susan vine adds cheerful flowers, while nasturtiums create softer growth that can trail around the frame. In warmer regions, a suitable perennial vine such as star jasmine may offer coverage for more than one season. Young plants will need time to fill the trellis, so you can attach burlap, reed matting, or sheer outdoor fabric behind the frame for temporary privacy. As the vines become thicker, this backing can be reduced or removed. For easier maintenance, use a self-watering container, cover the soil with mulch, and avoid placing too many plants in one pot. One healthy, vigorous climber is often easier to water and guide than several crowded plants. Before planting directly in the ground, check whether the vine may spread aggressively in your region. This living wall can do more than protect a seating area. It may also screen a compost space, an air conditioning unit, a trash bin corner, or a home office window. The trellis gives the structure, but the plants provide the softness, movement, and natural privacy that make a small space feel peaceful rather than closed in. 6. The tiered crate and herb privacy tower. The next idea is especially suitable for anyone who enjoys saving wooden crates, baskets, jars, and other useful household pieces instead of throwing them away. A tiered crate and herb privacy tower creates height in a small area while combining decoration, storage, and greenery in one compact structure. Begin by arranging lightweight crates in a stepped formation rather than stacking them into one flat wall. Place the widest and strongest crates at the bottom, then secure each level carefully to the one below it. Anchor the lower section to a sturdy base or a wide, weighted planter so the tower remains stable. Fill the upper openings with tall ornamental grasses, rosemary, or other aromatic herbs suited to your local climate. Use trailing plants and small flowering annuals in the middle and lower sections. Position the tallest greenery toward the neighboring window, walkway, or open boundary you want to screen. As the plants grow, the different heights create a layered wall that feels softer than traditional fencing. The remaining crate openings can hold attractive baskets for garden gloves, hand tools, seed packets, or watering accessories. In this way, the structure provides privacy, grows useful plants, organizes small items, and decorates an empty corner at the same time. For easier watering and pruning, especially for older gardeners, keep the tower to 2 or 3 levels. Make sure every plant remains within comfortable reach. To prevent the arrangement from looking crowded, repeat the same planter color or basket material throughout the structure. This idea can also be adapted indoors. In a bedroom or home office, replace soil and outdoor plants with books, storage baskets, and artificial greenery. Whether used inside or outside, the step design turns a small, unused corner into a practical privacy feature, with warmth, texture, and purpose. 7. The layered chain link makeover. An exposed chain link fence can make even a carefully decorated garden feel unfinished. Instead of hiding it beneath one thick material, this idea uses several light layers to create privacy, while keeping the fence visually soft and open. Begin with a neutral backing, such as dark garden mesh, shade cloth, or woven reed sections, depending on what is permitted in your home or rental property. Attach the backing securely to the chain link, keeping it smooth enough to look tidy, but not so tight that wind cannot move through it. Next, weave faux vines or leaf garlands through selected areas of the fence. Avoid covering every inch in perfectly straight rows. Irregular spacing and overlapping greenery create a more natural appearance than identical garlands arranged in a repeated pattern. At the base, place a few containers with real climbing plants. As the living vines grow upward, they will gradually blend with the artificial greenery and make the screen appear fuller. This combination gives you immediate coverage while allowing nature to improve the effect over time. Leave several intentional openings for solar lanterns, lightweight hanging baskets, or simple framed garden ornaments. These small details turn the fence into a decorated garden wall rather than a surface you are merely trying to hide. This method works best when viewed from several feet away, making it useful for blocking a neighboring window, street view, or unattractive utility area. Inspect the zip ties and fasteners each season, replacing any that have become brittle. Faux leaves may also need an occasional gentle rinse to remove dust and pollen. Avoid allowing thick layers of leaves or wet debris to remain against nearby wooden surfaces. With a neutral backing, irregular greenery, and a few carefully placed decorations, an ordinary chain-link fence can become a softer and more private part of your garden. 8. The pallet and decorative top privacy wall. The final idea creates the most dramatic transformation. A pallet and decorative top privacy wall can turn an exposed boundary or unattractive corner into a structured garden feature that appears custom-designed without the cost of professional fencing. Begin with safely sourced pallets or reclaimed wood panels. Inspect every piece carefully and avoid wood that is heavily stained, damaged, or marked in a way that suggests chemical treatment. Sand any rough surfaces that may be touched, then position the panels upright and secure them properly, rather than simply leaning them against one another. Paint or stain the lower section in one consistent finish. Charcoal creates a modern look. Warm brown emphasizes the natural grain, while soft gray or garden green blends gently with outdoor plants. Using one color helps mismatched pieces of reclaimed wood feel coordinated. Next, attach Dollar Tree trellis panels, bamboo details, or decorative garden edging along the top. This adds 1 or 2 feet of visual height and creates a finished upper line. Small metal look baskets or shallow planter pockets can then be attached at regular intervals. Fill them with herbs, trailing flowers, or soft ornamental grasses to break up the flat wooden surface. To make the wall look professionally designed, repeat 3 elements throughout the project: 1 paint color, 1 family of plants, and 1 decorative shape. Build the wall in separate narrow modules so it can follow an uneven boundary, fit around a patio, or be moved and stored more easily. Finally, anchor every section securely against wind. This wall is intended for decorative privacy only and should never replace code-compliant fencing around pools, steep drops, or other hazardous areas. Conclusion: simple materials, thoughtful privacy, peaceful spaces. Privacy should not make your home feel darker, smaller, or more expensive. It should simply help you feel comfortable enough to enjoy the spaces you already have. A quiet chair on the patio, a small balcony filled with plants, a narrow backyard, or even a home office window can feel completely different once the most uncomfortable sightline has been softened. The most important lesson from these 8 ideas is that you do not need to cover every boundary. Begin with one problem area and choose the solution that fits your space, your strength, and your daily routine. Outdoor curtains and woven panels offer quick results. Bamboo planters and trellis walls bring a natural feeling. Crate towers add storage and greenery, while layered chain link and pallet screens create the strongest visual transformation. For those of you who enjoy saving baskets, reusing old wood, collecting useful containers, and decorating with natural textures, these projects are not only ways to save money, they are opportunities to create something personal with your own hands. Start small, use materials you can comfortably manage, and allow the design to grow over time. Now, I would love to hear from you. Which privacy idea would work best in your home? The bamboo planter screen, the soft curtain corner, the living trellis, or the pallet wall? Share your choice in the comments, and tell us about any simple materials you have already reused in your garden or small space. If these ideas inspired you, subscribe to Dream Room and follow the channel for more practical decorating, organizing, and small space transformations for bedrooms, bathrooms, home offices, patios, and gardens. Thank you for spending this time with me, and I will see you in the next video.